Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show.
Doesn't really matter the preference you're into, cause we love it all, just bring your passion with you. When you roll with us, it is our go-to. Bring you all of wrestling like no one else can. Program, don't you touch that dial, will make you reroute your plans. Turning up the volume, bringing prospects the chance. Breakout stars to legends, any woman, oh man, any given band, yeah. This is all them. You can listen to them live or on the replay. Touching all the current topics, push the relay. Freaking workers in the chat before the D-Day. We gonna give it to you. We gonna ruffle feathers. Whether on opposing sides or we stand together. But we don't swerve from the trouble, yeah, we ride the wave. Through a Rasslin Rage. 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 And now, Rasslin Rage.
Booyah! What's happening? And I remembered to turn up the microphone, by the way, which is amazing. So, welcome to the 54th episode of Rasslin Rage. I'm your host, Cody, and joining me tonight is none other than Billy Ray Daniels over here. Billy Ray is the former Blue Water Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champion and current CIW City Market Champion and current and first ever, am I right? First ever Tri-City Cruiserweight Champion,
That's
correct? First ever. So thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so in a little bit, I'm going to ask him a few questions, but before we do that, remember, scroll down into the description. You'll find a few links. One of those links are the donation link. You can click that link. And speaking of donations, so the past two shows, we've done $5 dance parties. For this show specifically, because our Jack drinking friend is on tonight, we're going to do shots of Jack Daniels for $5, okay? So for $5, when you donate, for every $5 you donate tonight, we're going to do a shot of Jack Daniels. Yeah, there we go.
You have to go all the way up here for a shot.
You're on your mind. You're smoking crack. So anyways, so definitely check that out. You can do that. You can find a link down in the description, or you can go to the our webpage at Rasslin-Rage.com. And that'll have a link to all this stuff. But ProWrestlingTees.com/Rasslin Rage with an R. Remember, RASSLIN. Check that out. Click that link. Buy a T-shirt. Buy a T-shirt. It'll come up. It'll come up on its own. I apologize. The big dollar jacket. Well, it's not that much more. I think it's only $33 for this. But I prefer the gentleman jack. It's a little smoother. That's just my personal opinion. He likes his shit rough stuff. I mean, whoops. Fine, there's $1. Hold on. I said the S word. That's because I've been drinking already. You know what I mean? All right, look at that. I think this is like one of the first times I've ever put the money in there, like during the show. So we have to start now. That's right. All right, so anyways, sorry about that. I slipped. If you're a WWE fan, which, by the way, right now there is a sale going on. Last night, I think it started, was buy one, get one free, or get one for $1. So if you go to down in the description and you click the link for the WWEshop.com, Rasslin Rage gets a very small commission for every purchase you make. After you click that link, you have to click that link. The pretty drinks. Yeah, I like the pretty drinks. So also there's a link for Highspots down there. You can click that, go to Highspots. Didn't you say you bought boots on Highspots?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can buy, you can buy gear.
My first pair of boots, actually.
Your first pair of boots. So you can go to Highspots. You can buy gear if you're a wrestler. You can buy, memorabilia. They got DVDs on there you can buy. I believe that Highspots is the exclusive spot for any of the CCW shows. So that's pretty cool too. If you would like to ask myself or Billy Ray any questions, make sure to save those for the end of the show when we do legit wrestling questions. However,
Highspots actually has a streaming thing with a lot of indie wrestling on it, not just CZW.
well, there you go. So
I don't know if they're still part of it, but DSW used to be part of it.
DSW.
Detroit Style Wrestling. I don't know if they still are or not,
Right.
but
All right, so save those questions. I'm going to ask Billy Ray questions, but you don't get to ask Billy Ray questions till the end of the show. That's the exclusiveness of being me, right? Okay. So, anyways, definitely check that out. You're coming off the Blue Water Street Fight win. Okay, big win. Mind you, if you weren't at Blue Water's Fatal Error, shame on you. Because there was it was a stacked card all night, great matches. But you had the Blue Water Street Fight between you and your partner Levi Blue, right? And it went. Now before let's talk about before that. Even still, me and my camera guy Allen got to talk with you about it. We talked about the match. So then you went into the match, blood everywhere, all kinds of weapons. Josh himself was sitting outside with a golf bag full of weapons. We talked about getting to that point. You were victorious. Tell us what it's like to throw down in a match like that, because it wasn't just in the ring. It went from the ring to the outside of the ring to over there to outside. Did you end up in the bar at some point too, or no?
no, we didn't. Afterwards, we were in the bar.
After the bar? All right, after the bar. So after the match, he was at the bar. But so tell us what it's like to be in a match like that, because I would never even know what it would be like.
Okay, first I want to say that when I first got into wrestling and was starting to do it, I was strictly against ever doing these type of matches.
Really?
I wanted to be a wrestler. I didn't want to go out there and be the next Mick Foley or Terry Funk or anything like that. But Levi Blue and me, this isn't the first time we've done this. That was actually the third time.
The third time?
And went one-on-one in a hardcore match like that.
Wow.
The first one wasn't that great because it was PPW, and nothing against PPW, but they're too family-oriented to really do that kind of match.
Right, because there was blood.
But the second one we did was in XICW. It was actually season 2 of this, or episode 2 of this season of Proving Ground. And we beat the heck out of each other there. And, of course, Levi got the win on that one. But, but, I mean, it's tough. And I was sore afterwards. But at the same time, it's all about giving the fans what they want. So...
And obviously they wanted something, right?
As much stuff as they brought, they obviously wanted to see one heck of a fight.
Definitely. There was definitely a pretty decent fight going on there. So what was your favorite weapon? Because there was a lot. There was like a garbage thing full. There was aluminum. There was steel. There were baseball bats. There were golf clubs. There was the Skyjacker over there. I think the Skyjacker's got it out for you, by the way, because he made a special weapon, and it was a piece of wood, and it had
The thumbtacks.
It had the thumbtack super glued to the end of it. So, what was your favorite weapon?
I have to say, and I don't know who brought it, but the bag of thumbtacks, because
I think that was Levi.
That led me to the win.
I think that was Levi.
If it was Levi, it was Levi. I mean, that was my favorite because it led to my win. So.
Well, hey, that's all that matters, right? So what about the Blue Water Champ? Now, we talked a little bit before.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked a little bit before, and do you have some strong opinions?
I do have some
strong opinions about this upcoming tournament for the Blue Water tag team champ, to go against the champs. So last week on the show, I showed the brackets, I showed everything that was announced, and this isn't going to happen on just one show. It's going to go over a few shows, and then with the winner of the whole tournament, it's going to be able to take on, if they still are champions at that time, Muscle and Mayhem. Excuse me. What do you think about this tournament?
First off, the very first thing about this tournament is there shouldn't be a tournament.
Ooh.
That's my very first thought, because technically I've never been given my rematch.
Ooh.
So there shouldn't be a tournament to begin with. But moving on to it, I want to point out that you have all your good teams. All the teams that people, are going to say who are going to win this are on one side of the bracket, whereas all the other teams are over on the other side of the bracket, which to me doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. I'm not the booker, so I can't pick all that.
Right.
But Levi screwed Levi.
Levi screwed Levi.
Sorry.
Yeah, you could say screwed. Screwed.
But honestly, the only team that I'm really worried about in this tournament is DTA.
DTA, Death Threat Army.
But
With
But wait a minute. But at the same time, should I really be worried about them? Because Jack Price will tell you that Levi was his trainer.
Oh no.
And I trained with Alex Weir, and I know Alex Weir like the back of my hand. So should I really be worried about them?
Wow. Man.
And then when we move over to the other side of the bracket, just throw this out there. You have Twinkie Power. And, I mean, the guys come out there and they throw the candy and the Twinkies out to the crowd, having a good old time. But how often do you ever see them win a match?
Oh, man. We're getting some real here.
The one issue I have is he just puts 5MW up there as in the other side of the bracket or whatnot. But there's, 10 of those guys?
I don't know. I'm losing track.
And which two is it going to be? Or is it going to be like that, always whining? I ain't worried about DTA.
Oh, Lord. Gonna be one heck of a fight, no doubt.
It'll be a good fight. That's the other one. Who are the Shadows? You ever heard of them?
No, I haven't. No, and I told you that I asked the Blue Water Championship Wrestling executive. I says, hey, because I was doing a write up last week. I did a whole write up on the the release of the brackets, the announcement of the tournament. Talked about it was going to go over 4 shows, yada 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 yada. Right. Well, anyways. So I'm messaging and I'm trying to find out, get names of the teams and all this stuff so that I'm accurate. Gotta do a shot. $5. $5 make you holla. PKSA, thank you for your $5. You're just doing shots out of there. Look at that. He's a real man. Oh, that's Silas Young, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
The last real man.
The last real man. All right. Freebird rule. Here you go. You ready? Woo! Holy smokes! They're trying to get us drunk.
They just want to see us drink. That's all they want to do. I'm okay with that.
Right.
The more we drink, the longer the show goes on.
You notice I'm not...
And Red Wing fan likes looking at my pretty face. So.
Oh. So as you can see up there, we've met the goal for tonight. I don't ever set the goal for more than $5 because realistically, we're not holding 50,000 people watching the show every night. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even if you did have 50,000 people,
yeah,
everybody donated $5.
Right. Cheers.
You wouldn't have to do it ever again.
Ooh.
Josh doesn't like Twinkie Power either.
You get a donation. Well, that's what's going to end up happening by the end of the night. I'm going to be slurring my words. So, now you're taking on, we already talked about, but you're taking on the Killmongers in the first round of the tournament. Now, are you guys going to be is that going to take place on the 24th?
I haven't been told yet.
Okay.
I sure hope so.
All right. Now, you are now teaming with Levi, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so previously you were with Jay Maynard, Redneck Rockstars, and the Killmongers took him out.
Yep.
And he healed up, came back for the McMorrin show. But what can we look forward to in just that match alone? Is there going to be a little bit of some payback going on there?
I am not playing nice.
Okay, well, I would
Jay
play nice
Vader was
either.
my boy. He came and had my back last December when we won the titles and everything like that. And he's been there for me the whole time. And this is actually going to be the first time that I've got to get my hands on them again.
Right.
So you can expect a hard-hitting, very, very...
Okay,
good
so
match.
out of the two, you have MM3 and Blake. Which one of the two would you want to beat more? Or is it an equal thing?
Actually, I'd have to say MM3 because as much as Blake is a great wrestler, he's only doing what he's told. He's a follower, not a leader.
Ooh!
So MM3 is the one that I want.
Shots fired, shots fired. All right, so last question for you, from me at least. What goals do you have for yourself going forward? You know, not even Blue Water, just in professional wrestling.
I actually there's a few of them. I got two little like short-term goals I want to say, and then I have my long-term goal that I'm working towards. One of my short-term goals is, and I know Red Wing fan is gonna hate this, but I want to wrestle Cyrus Satine.
Ooh.
And I don't want to just wrestle him. I want to wrestle him in Port Huron in his hometown.
For the title?
Doesn't have to be for a title.
Oh.
I just want to wrestle. I've wrestled him in several other places, DSW, and I wrestled him down in Indiana. I want to wrestle him in Port Huron in his hometown where they're going to cheer for him the loudest.
Well, and that's a new thing, by the way. They used to boo him. And something happened.
You guys say that, but this isn't something that just happened overnight. He's
agree.
had them cheering for him for a while now.
Yeah, well, but it wasn't as vocal as it was that night. It really got nuts. I mean, there was signs made. There was,
and
it was insane.
And the big thing on that isn't because I just want to fight him. It's because of how much respect I have for Cyrus with everything that he puts into this.
You know, a little fact here is that you, Weaponized, and Cyrus all trained together.
Yes.
Trained, you know. And there was a three-way match between all three of you that tore down the house. Matter of fact, I believe I have that on my personal YouTube. So if you search my name on YouTube, you'll be able to find that match. And that match...
Also, one of my top 3 favorite matches of all time.
Well, there you go. So there's a lot of... You know, even though you guys are all brothers, you're all competing for a spot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So there's...
Exactly.
You know, there's love, but there's animosity. There's a little bit of everything.
The thing with Cyrus when it comes to me is we didn't really see eye to eye when we first met.
All of you, or just you?
No, just me and Cyrus.
Okay.
We didn't see eye to eye when we first met. And over the course of the time training together and, you know, running to shows and doing our thing, he pushed me to be better than I thought I could be. And I have an immense amount of respect for that.
You know, and I can relate to that, because there's people that, with what I do, you know, with karate and stuff, that when they're on the floor with me or they're next to me and we're training together, they make me better. I say that all the time, because they push me, and they don't even have to say anything. Just the fact that they showed up, number one, number two, with what effort that they put in and what they're doing, they make me want to do better, you know, and I get it. So I totally understand it. And when you train with somebody, there, like I said, there's you want to see them do good, but at the same time, there's that little piece of you they're like, man, I need to get there. I need to get there. I need to get there. You know, and so I get it, and that's awesome. I have a lot of respect for all you guys. As a matter of fact, we had a conversation recently. We were talking about, you know, some things that you're aspiring to do, you know, and I won't say it on here unless you say it, but, you know, what you're going on to with your career. And I said to you, and I says, you know, I really enjoy You know, I'm not able to wrestle. You know, I'm past my prime. Let's put it that way, right? But watching, you know, knowing you personally, knowing Cyrus personally, knowing Alex personally, and getting to see you guys progress from where you guys were to where you're at now, and then being able to see wherever you go. That's awesome to me, because it's like watching a reality show. It really is. It really is like watching a reality show, because we're all friends. We all talk, but you know, I want, you know, no matter what, I want to see all of you guys succeed. Excuse me. I want to see you all get better. I want to see you guys do well. You know, whatever the end goal is for you, whether it's, you know, not everybody wants to aspire to go to WWE, but you know, if that's what you want to do, then awesome, and I'd love to see you do that. You know what I mean? With anybody, you know, and so, you know, it's awesome for all of us, you know, and I know I can speak for all these people that are in the chat, you know, regardless of who they're related to. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all want to see you guys do good, you know, and get up there. So awesome stuff. So now, guys, listen. We got, actually, what's cool about tonight is the only person that's ever brought anything to the show to show off was Rob. All right. So I have some stuff, and he brought something cool to show everybody tonight for Collector's Corner. And are those going to be for sale, by the way?
No, this was actually personally made for me.
Okay.
I mean, I can shoot you the link and you can throw it up with the guy that does them, and you can always order them from him.
Okay.
I don't know what he charges for them.
All right. All right. So when we come back after this great cutscene, whatever you want to call it, you're all so funny. I'm a freaking cream puff. Okay.
She's just mad because I brought up Cyrus.
All right. When we come back, we're going to do some Collector's Corner. Check it out. Yeah. All right. So.
You need a longer one.
I know, because it doesn't give me a chance to set up for everything. Right. Okay. So, let's show your thing off first. Let's check that out.
So you guys like those pop vinyls and stuff like this?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
I had this specially made for me. Apparently, you can.
There's a camera right here that's closer. Instead of having to show that.
You can order the blank ones, and then you can make whatever you want out of them. So here, I'll let you hold it up there. You're closer to the camera.
This is a custom Billy Ray Daniels pop.
I had to sneak it out of my son's room so he didn't see.
Right. Now listen, guys. You guys can I'm gonna find out. He's gonna send me this link for the gentleman that does these customs. And if you guys want to order one of these, let's get this. Let's do that. All right. We'll get that link. You guys order a couple of these, and let's help another guy out. All right.
And it's not even like you don't have to order Billy Ray Daniels. Anybody you like.
Oh, okay.
You want one of Alex Weir, you want one of Cyrus, you can order one of those, and he knows how to do it. So
that's awesome, man.
He puts a lot of time and work into them.
Boo to work. Boo to work. And I don't care if my corporation sees me. Boo. So let's see here. All right. So you guys, you're going to think this is... I'll start off with the first one. This is pretty awesome. Check this out.
Oh my God. I had these when I was a kid.
Now this is the WCW version of Hollywood Hulk Hogan and NWO. And it works. Hold on. Where'd it go? It did work.
Oh, he was just talking.
Back, Jack. Are you ready to bash and brawl, brother? I'll be back, Jack. Yo, dudes, I'm Hollywood Hogan. I'll be back, Jack.
It says something
Are
about...
you ready to bash and brawl, brother? I'll be back, Jack.
It did say something about
Yo,
NWO.
dudes, I'm Hollywood Hogan.
Nobody
I'll
cares.
be back, Jack. Are you ready to bash and brawl, brother?
No, so there was one that at some point it'll say about NWO.
NWO for life. Maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
He's still talking.
I don't know. Hey, Miss Taylor, what's happening?
Oh,
Rock
good
on.
to see you, Taylor. Glad you made it.
All right, number 2 for the night. This is my favorite, and this is going to be a lot of people's favorite. This is a WWF. This is Hawk.
It must be just the way they sewed it, I guess.
But it is in great condition. I was really.
Where'd you find this at?
I'm not gonna give you my sources.
Okay, chunk.
I'm not gonna. Don't call me that. I'm not gonna give away because I don't want anybody else to take my stuff. Because
It is cool though.
Yeah, but this is, and it is. If you look, Tonka, WWF.
Does it have a year on the label?
No, not that I see.
Because that's got to be one from at least the 90s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least the 90s. It is in good shape to still look this decent.
No, I don't see one. But these roughly go for about $50 to $60 for this one.
That's not bad at all. Actually.
Just out of the box. Now the ones that are still in the box.
Oh, I believe, yeah.
You spend a little
Don't
more
even
money.
tell me.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't. Yeah, because your boy will be like, "Give me one." Right. So.
Exactly.
There's yeah. So I got a couple of these, Josh.
That is $1. I did swear.
Josh, check it out. Here you go. I got 2 packs. Now I was gonna get a couple other ones, but here's the deal. These are the 2017 Heritage Edition, and I don't know. I really like these ones. Have you ever seen these?
What is?
They're WWE cards.
I've seen them in the store. I've seen you guys open them, but thankfully Hunter hasn't seen them in the store and asked me to buy them yet.
The Heritage, they do see, like, I don't know if you ever collected baseball cards, but this is what the 87 Topps baseball cards looked like.
I'll take this one.
Take it. I got a couple of them, actually. You want that one, too? Because I know you like her.
Oh, that is sweet.
But, so, they make them like the old school. So that's what I like about them. All right, so we got Scott Hall. Let's see. Kid's been hustling. Sasha Botch. Kofi Kingston. And like I said, those are like 87. If you anybody out there that used to collect baseball cards, these are like the 87 Topps baseball. Alicia Fox. Ember Moon. Which, by the way, great match at Evolution. And she was in that Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan special card. Now, you're supposed to be able to find some Tommaso Ciampa, which I have a numbered card of this one, which is pretty cool. And then these ones are a little bit more classic.
I didn't know they still talked about CM Punk.
Where?
That's what the card's from. The beard and the vest to beat the Wyatt.
Oh.
I didn't know they still talked about him.
No signed card. I'll tell you what I want to do, though, guys. And Josh, you'll appreciate this. I want to buy a case. Not a case, but a box. You can get...
You want to do the long box like you used to do with the baseball cards back in the day?
Yeah, I want to get a box. It's not like it used to be. Because now you're guaranteed X amount of autographs, this, that, and the other thing. Well, with WWE cards, they do autographs.
Oh, you want to buy the whole box of the actual thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, they do. So, like, for the women, they do kiss cards where they put lipstick on and they kiss it. Right?
That's lame, but okay.
But they're worth money. And they love it, right? Alexa Bliss, everybody wants Alexa Bliss's card. But anyways, there's those, and they do autographs. They do what they call relic cards, where, like, they take a piece of maybe one of their, like, HBK, and they'll take, like, a piece of his pants, and they'll put it in the card. You know what I'm saying? And he signs.
Where do I get that card?
I had one. I sold it, but I had one. But anyways, you can do that. But anyways, I want to open one of those, and you can get like X amount of hits that they call them.
The expensive of sleeping on the couch.
Oh, jeez. Oh, another shot. We're making out like bandits tonight. See, you tell everybody you're going to drink, and they want to give you money. You know what I'm saying? Man, you are. Look at this guy over here. Big pimpin'. Cheers.
Sleeping at the Weir's box.
That one just kicked me in the you know where. All right. So money. By the way,
What is that, 20 now?
15, I think.
15.
Yeah, that was 3 donations. Thank you. By the way, in case you did, hey, NWO, man, I have not seen you in weeks, dude. Thanks for coming back. That's awesome, dude. Cheers. Cheers to NWO. Which, by the way, I got to make another drink. I wish I had an ice machine in my basement. I'm going to be wasted by the time the end of this show.
You'll be all right.
Oh, WWE Evolution, some hot chicks wrestled, and yeah, that's what's going to end up happening. You watch.
Are you opening that other card pack?
Yeah, in a minute. So, anyways, here we go. I really wish that we could pull an autograph.
Is that how you do it? Too sweet?
Yeah, too sweet.
Hunter does that to me all the time.
Oh, we got a Bailey Hideo Itami. I really like that guy, and I really wish you could take it for Hunter. I don't care. I really wish that they would really utilize him more.
He's on 205 Live.
I know, but he could be on the main roster easy, man.
The problem is they've got all these people on 205 Live, and it's Vince McMahon not thinking they're big enough to do anything else.
Right. So look at this, Enzo Amore.
Hey, shouldn't that one be worth money since he doesn't work there anymore?
I guess.
I don't know.
Carmella.
I don't know who would buy it, but
Chad Gable. Flair. Whoa, we got a special John Cena card.
An autograph?
What, John Cena? No, it ain't autograph. No. John C. Here's your boy. Yep. John Cena.
That's
You know what my 4-year-old
Number 29 of 40.
Is it numbered?
Yeah, in the bag.
Oh yeah. So my
Does
son's
that mean there's only 40 of this card, or there's 40 of the cards like this?
there's 40
Like-
cards total. Like they did a whole series of cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So anyways, they what was I gonna say? Dang it! Oh, John Cena.
He said Enzo.
Oh yeah,
my
my 4-year-old says to me, he's almost 4. He says to me today, he goes, "I can't wait to meet John Cena, Dad."
What's wrong with that?
I'm not a John Cena fan, but regardless, whatever. Here, these are yours now.
Okay, I get that because I never was a John Cena fan, but then you look at the way these kids look up to him and the character he portrays on wrestling, which he says that's who he is in life. Whatever, I don't know, but like I said, I don't know the guy, but I get it.
You all right?
Burp. I didn't want to burp in the microphone. But he does a lot for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and stuff like that.
And
I have an immense amount of respect
you got to
for the
respect that. And you know, and the reason why I have a lot of respect for that, well, I mean, yeah, besides the fact that it's for kids, but I've been in a children's hospital. You know, like myself, like been in a children's hospital. And one of the things that I remember, and I wasn't even awake, because I was out of it, you know, because I was really bad. I had a traumatic brain injury. But I was in the hospital, and some of the guys from the University of Michigan football team went into everybody's rooms and signed autographs. So I wasn't awake. But when I woke up and I seen that card and it was signed, I'm like, dude, that's so awesome. You know, thank you so much, you know. And then I was at, you know, we had that issue with my oldest son, had a brain tumor, and was at Children's Hospital. So that, yeah, I really think that's awesome. So I agree with you there. However, I'm still not a John Cena fan. He can float on water and it's not going to matter to me. So anyways, that would be Collector's Corner. We are now going to talk about some indies. Good stuff. Here we go. When we come back.
I think it's funny. These cards here, This one here is about him winning the Intercontinental Championship in the ladder match, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't wear those tights till he was WWE champion.
Well, there you go. That means you know some stuff, you know what I'm saying? The champ, the real champ, John Cena. Who's the champ? Who's here? What are you talking about?
The real champ. He didn't show up. He didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, so he can never be considered the best in the world.
Oh, man. You're starting a lot of bad blood right now. All right, so we talked about it a little bit already. Blue Water Championship Wrestling as announced on Saturday, November 24th, the tag team tourney to determine the #1 contender for the tag titles. Good stuff. The winner will secure their spot to face the Blue Water Championship Tag Champions, who are currently Muscle and Mayhem at the 2019's Blue Water Bash. We already got his opinion.
You know what? Speaking of that,
What?
You know who I'd really like to face in the finals of that tournament?
Who?
The Bombshells.
The Bombshells. Why?
Gary Dawson and cuz they're great. Have you seen these guys?
Yes, I
Have you
have.
seen these guys? They're great.
Yeah. November 9th, Evolve Wrestling returns to Michigan. They're going to be in Livonia. For more details, head on over to WWN.com. You can buy tickets at Ticketfly. What?
You know who's going to be there?
Cyrus AD. So, if you want to check that out, please do so. I will be there front row, as always. I've been to the last 4 or 5 Evolve shows that have come to Michigan. I really enjoy it. And guess who else is going to be there?
Oh, isn't that I'm trying to think about what his name is. I know it was announced.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Cassius Ohno.
That's right.
He's going to be taking on...
Cassius Ohno, you mean Chris Hero?
Well, that too. But that's what he goes under at NXT now. But he's going to face... I can't think of his name. He's now the Evolve champ, though, but he's from NXT too. So
okay.
2 NXT guys are going to fight for an Evolve championship. So
Why not?
right, going to be good stuff.
Why not?
Lots of good things happening between WWN and
The way I look at
WWE.
it is if you look at it
got a new follower.
yay. If you look at it this way, a lot of the guys that they're bringing into NXT now have been in Evolve. So it makes sense for them to give back a little
Absolutely. Absolutely. November 10th in Cadillac, Michigan, UWE holds Headlock on Hunger with a special appearance by the Honky Tonk Man. Did he have the Intercont? Is he the one that had the longest
The
reign?
longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. I don't think The Miz beat him, but he might have. I don't remember. But
They have many ticket options available. There were so many of them, I didn't want to read them all. So
I know Miz was close, but I
Right.
don't know if he actually beat it.
you can find out what those are by going to their Facebook page and liking it, and then clicking the Shop Now button, which is amazing, by the way.
Quick thing about the UWE thing. If you are in the Cadillac area, I'm speaking from experience. I've been there and I've wrestled there with Levi and whatnot. We tagged up there. It is a great show to go to. Great production value. They do a great job and they put on a great show.
Yeah,
Definitely a place to go.
Yeah,
And
I've
it was
seen
a
them.
lot of fun going there. The fans are a hoot, so
A hoot. He said a hoot.
that's right.
Now, I've seen a lot of the, they do a lot of video production stuff that they post.
Yes, actually, they do this really cool thing up there. So they have a production screen that they put up on the wall, and while fans are filling in the arena, they open the doors so you guys can come in and buy something if you want from one of the wrestlers, and then go and have your seat. They put all the promos that everybody does up there, so you can watch all the promos before the show even starts.
Oh, wow. So is it the promos leading up to that show
Yes,
specifically?
the promos
that's
leading
sweet.
up to that show. Yep.
No, I like that kind of stuff. You know what I really like, and this is just me, and maybe it's nostalgia, but I really always enjoy the behind the curtain interviews, like with like Mean Gene.
Oh yeah.
This is Mean Gene Okerlund, and I'm sitting here with Hulk Hogan. Right,
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. He's 43, he's 38, whatever size pythons. Because they grew, every show they were a different size. But yeah, definitely. I wish a lot of organizations did that. now,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it would be a lot better because, Like I see guys cutting promos and they're like, well, for instance, Blue Water. Well, Blue Water Championship Wrestling told me that I have. I mean, why can't you just have somebody interview you? It doesn't have to be. You can go and get your buddy down the road. Hey, come down here and put this suit on and just ask me these couple of questions.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
it
yeah.
would look better.
Definitely good stuff. Now, this is big deal for you, right? Because you're part of this. November 11th, XICW holds Proving Ground semifinals in a three-way dance featuring our guest, Billy Ray Daniels, with his vet, Levi Blue, taking on the team of Stills. How do you say that? Jossie, thank you, because I would have said something other stupid. But and the team of Mysterious Movado and Mickey Mavis, which I hear
Mickey Mavis.
I have not seen this guy, but I hear he's huge.
He's not that big.
He's not? Is
No.
that just Neil talking crap?
Yeah,
you know
not
Neil?
that big. You want to talk about huge?
Yeah.
Aaron O'Ryan is huge.
Well, I knew that. I knew
Okay.
that. That's
You know,
knew that.
You guys, all you guys that are Blue Water fans, you guys know who Caleb Stills is. He's not bigger than Caleb. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Caleb's bigger than he is. So,
All right.
in my opinion, he's not that big.
Okay. So tickets are $12 in advance and $15 at the door. So Billy, you're gonna have a three-way. This is the semifinal for the Proving Ground, right? Okay?
Yes.
So I've never been to a Proving Ground, which I need to get to one. What sucks?
They're on Sundays. and
I
you
know.
work.
I work and it sucks so bad. However,
Trust me, they suck. By the time you get out of there, and I have to get up at 6:45 the next day to take the kid to school.
yeah, right. So how does it work? So you're having a three-way match. How do they determine out of those three teams that moves on to that final?
Well, okay, everybody knows how a tournament works. You lose, you're out, blah,
Right.
blah, whatever. It doesn't work like that because me and Levi Blue are on the, what would you call it? The semifinals. That's
Yep.
what this would be. The
Right.
semifinals.
Yep.
We've never won a match. We have not won a match because it's all about the fan participation in the match, how loud they're cheering for you, how well you work as a team, your execution of the moves that you do.
Well, hell, if I was there, you would have won already.
And-
You know?
Actually, if you want me to be honest with you, it's kind of crap because there was two other teams that were eliminated from the finals because the rookie didn't show up.
The rookie?
And I was mad about it because
Well, I would be mad about it
already
too.
knew I was going to make it to the finals. That's just the whole thing. I was making it to the finals regardless. But I wanted to be in the finals with MM3 and his rookie or Dre Jacobs and his rookie. Oh my god.
All right.
I
So
thought
let's,
Alex talked to her about that.
yeah, I don't know. It ain't me, man. But listen. So, I really need to make it. I've been to an XICW show. I really enjoy it, and we talked to you.
Oh.
By the way, let's talk about that show real quick.
I was busy. I was setting up.
I don't
the
even
ring.
want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. I go to an XICW show. I show up. I'm sitting front row. MM3 comes out of the back and comes up to me before anybody else. He even shakes her hand. He says, "Hey, Cody, how you doing?" Shakes my hand, talks to me for a minute. Billy Ray walks by like I ain't even existing. Just see you later. Kiss my you-know-what. Baloney. Baloney. All right, so...
Yet I'm still here.
Right, that's true. You make a great point. All right. Moving on. All right, so November 17th in Wyandotte, Michigan, Tag You're It Part 2 will feature the second round of the tag team tournament to crown new BCWA tag team champions. Solo Darling, Aaron O'Ryan, who we talked about, and Jack Price make their BCWA debut, and Allison Kay returns to BCWA. If you don't know who Allison Kay is,
Sienna.
she's over there on the wall. Sienna. Yep, Sienna. Which she's really a really nice person, by the way, too. And she just plays a bad chick, that's all. So anyways.
Great wrestler.
Right, oh yeah. Tickets are $10 online and $13 at the door. Are they talking schmack about me or something? Whatever. Screw them. These are all the shows. Do you know any other shows besides these ones?
Off the top of my head, you're just going with Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, are you going to Ohio?
November 10th. Yeah, the NOW down there. I know Alex Weir works for them. They're starting to run shows every Friday
Oh, really?
now. But
There's two different.
UCW in Bay City though is running on the 10th. I
didn't know that.
I don't know like the card or anything like that, but I know they're running.
You know,
And I'll be at that show. I just don't know what I'm
right.
doing yet.
This is what I talked about this on the last show. What sucks is that there isn't one central location that I can go to find every show in the state of Michigan.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it sucks.
You know what the reason for that is?
Egos.
Exactly. I was gonna say pettiness, but same thing.
Yeah, egos.
Is what it is. You guys, like all the promoters.
Not me. I'm not a promoter.
All the promoters should just get along, and you guys should put this stuff out there because you want to make money, and you guys all work together. Then nobody should be running on the same day.
No, and I agree with
Period.
that.
Because
Well, at
everybody
least-
wants to make money. And if for instance, Blue Water Championship Wrestling is running on this Saturday, and XICW is running on this Saturday, and there's only an hour between, travel distance between the two shows, then you're making your fans choose which show you want to go to.
Yeah.
And
I totally agree with that.
in that aspect, both people are losing money.
Totally agree with that. I definitely think that unless it's like, say Cadillac, right? UWE and Cadillac and Blue Water. That's different.
That's different.
There's a big spread there, or Ohio, for instance.
It's really only 2 hours away.
But
It's
still,
not bad.
the way
I drive.
I'm typically not going to drive more than an hour and a half. Because I
That makes
will
sense.
drive. I will drive to go to a show. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
I went to some shows out in Flint. I went to shows in Detroit. I've been to XICW. I'm nowhere near.
But would you
Neil.
go to Canada?
Unfortunately,
BCW.
I would love to, but I am not allowed in Canada.
Oh, that's right. We had that time.
Yeah, I'm not allowed in Canada. Trust me, Canada, across the bridge, is a wrestling mecca. It really is. It really is. It's huge. They're bringing in CCW. They're bringing in Beyond. They're bringing in all these big wrestling promotions. Plus, you got BCW, of course, Scott D'Amore, co-executive vice president.
It's actually one of the things I want to do. It's one of the reasons why I started going to Can-Am, because I want to wrestle in Canada. Growing up, I was a big fan of all the Canadian wrestlers.
Did you hear that?
Because Canada's brought out some of the best wrestlers there is, and I want to go over there and wrestle because I want to wrestle the best.
Right.
That's just
No, I know. You know what? No, but there's nothing. You can only learn so much from somebody until you have to learn more from somebody else.
That's right.
You know what I mean? This person only knows so much. Then you have to move on to this person and learn everything that you got to learn. You got to take something from everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you told me when you told me you were going to Can-Am, I was like, dude, do it. There's no doubt in my mind. Definitely go do it because it's Scott D'Amore. Obviously, the dude's doing something right. He's co-executive vice president of Impact Wrestling.
Yep.
And
Is this true?
He was one of the nicest.
Canada's most wanted.
I wouldn't say I'm most wanted, but I met him not this year but last year. One of the nicest dudes I've ever. Well, not ever, but he's really nice. And what I like about him as a fan is when I went to not this year but last year when I went to the BCW show at the Diamondback, the ring broke and it was jacked. The ropes were way too loose for the match, and he knew it. And they went on with the show must go on, right? He stood at that door, and he shook everybody's hand as they walked out that door. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. That to me, that's awesome.
I'm gonna name drop something about him. June of 2017, I went over there for a tryout for Impact. Never met Scott D'Amore before in my life, and he knew who I was when I walked in the door.
That's crazy.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's great. And not a lot of people know this, but you were part of a pretty big undertaking for while Impact was still partnered with Global Force Wrestling.
Yep.
They did the Global Forge tryout.
Yep.
Where they did tryouts and one person would win a contract with Global Force, right?
Yep.
And then the other person would not only get that, but they'd also go to.
Yep. They'd have at least they would have at least one match on Impact.
Okay, and then there was the Noah, which
Yep.
is Japan.
Yep.
And that was what was his name?
Sheldon Jean.
Sheldon Jean. All right.
I believe he was a Can-Am student, if I'm not mistaken.
And then the other guy who is now a part of Impact, the guy that won Global Forged. He's changed his name so many times now. I don't remember what his name is.
I don't know how to pronounce his name that he uses.
But it was Hakeem
But
Zayn.
it's Hakeem Zayn.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then whatever
The
he
Mad
is
Dragon.
now, he's part of the Desi Hit Squad in Impact.
Yep.
You know, so
I can't pronounce his name that
Yeah.
he uses now.
you know
I'm
nobody could ever blame you or say anything bad about you for wanting to better yourself in the world.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I could never do that. No way, definitely not. All right, so we're going to what's called All the Rage. This is exactly
This is what I came for.
right. This is where we talk about all the news in professional wrestling. All right, everything. We talk about WWE, ROH, whatever it may be, whatever is trending, whatever. I cherry pick stuff. I don't talk about every little detail. But we are going to talk Crown Jewel and we are going to talk Evolution. So when we come back after this. All right, and we're back. So, All the Rage. So, Crown Jewel. Now, I know we got people in the chat. Some didn't watch. Some did. Some didn't. And everybody's got a personal opinion. And I understand. All right, listen. I get it. Some of us have served our country. Hold on, let me finish. Some of us have served our country and feel a type of way. I get it. I totally do. All right. And then there's those people that are like myself that are like, business as usual. It has to go on. You know.
Do I agree with the politics surrounding it? No, I don't agree with the politics surrounding it. But from a business standpoint, none of you people would turn down the money they were given to Vince.
Yeah, I think it's
That's a lot of money to be.
and I was wrong last week. I said 40 billion. That's incorrect.
I thought it was 40 million.
No, it's 450 million dollars.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah,
Than what
it's I forget. It's 10 years and there's X amount of
Is that
million-
per show or is that
per
for the
year.
whole thing?
per year.
Per year.
Per
Okay.
year. Yeah, but altogether, no, not 450 million per year. It's the total over 10 years is 450 million.
That's still a lot of money.
That is a lot
It's
of
still a lot of money. And you got to think, though, that he probably had to sign a contract for that. So if he
Yeah,
didn't do
10
the
years.
show,
Yeah.
then how much money is he going to have to give
Yeah.
to them because
Well,
he canceled the show?
Now here's the thing too is okay, so if you own a sole proprietorship or an LLC and you don't fulfill your contractual obligations, that doesn't fall on you personally. But because you don't have a board of executives, you don't have none of that
Yeah.
stuff. When it comes to a corporation, you have investors, you have a board of directors, you have all your higher up executives, and you got to answer all of those people.
Oh, yeah.
So you're telling me so here I am, I'm the executive CEO of a company, and you're an investor or you're on the board of executives, and I have a deal on the line for $450 million for the next 8 years, right? And we violate the contract. As an investor, you're not going to be happy with that. It's a different situation. It's a totally different situation. Vince may own WWE, but he has to answer to people.
Oh, yeah.
He's got people that he has to answer to. And that's exactly
Well,
what
when you're like he's the CEO, but that doesn't mean that he has 100% everything he can do. He can't just go out there and do whatever he wants because he has a board of
Right.
directors and that board votes on what.
Yeah.
So I mean, he might have tried to stop the whole thing, but they're going to say no because you're going to cost all of us more money.
Yeah.
What's the point?
And this is just my personal opinion. I think that and this is what I would have done. Okay, as I have a business degree and I'm nowhere near Vince McMahon, but I would have analyzed it and says, what can I recover from more quickly, right? Can I recover from the backlash of the fans, or can I recover from the drop in money? And $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow.
Yep.
You know, that's anything. If you ever have anything to do with business, and that's the first thing they teach you. And I truly believe that they know that they can recover from the backlash socially far better than they could from the monetary. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because if they would have violated their contract and not done the event, we're talking big money, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they could have come back from that, especially when you have a $1.24 billion market share drop just before that.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So definitely.
Here's the thing. I would have at least, if I had stocks in WWE, I would have at least sold before. They did the event.
But doesn't that make you think? Because like Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, and a few other top executives that own stock in WWE.
But here's the big thing that I really have to say, because I know there's a lot of wrestling fans in here right now. So, if you're a true wrestling fan, you're not gonna let politics dictate whether you're gonna watch wrestling.
And you know what? I totally agree.
Because think about it.
I want to keep politics.
Look at it this way. Hunter's 5 years old, huge wrestling fan. He doesn't care what the politics go on. He wants to see DX beat up Brothers of Destruction.
Yep.
You know, it's just
and that's who they market. And I've said this 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times more. WWE markets their product to the kids and to the casual fan. They don't care about the hardcore fan. They don't care.
No.
Because the casual
Because no matter what they do, that hardcore fan is still going to tune in next week.
There's that, number one. But number two, even if that hardcore fan doesn't tune in, his pull or her pull doesn't outweigh the pull of the number of casual and kids that are going to watch that show. Because you were like me. We're all wrestling fans, regardless if you're a wrestler or not.
30 years. Right. 30 years I've been watching wrestling.
And on Saturday morning, when WWF come on, you were watching just like I was. And
I remember getting in trouble when I was a kid in the 90s because I was up watching Raw and I was supposed to be sleeping.
You shouldn't have been, right? I can remember during the Monday Night Wars, flipping back and forth between WCW and WWE.
I didn't have to do that, actually. Me and my brother, he liked WCW. I liked Monday Night Raw. So we had TVs in our rooms and we had VCRs. I would record Monday Night Raw. He would record Nitro. And then we would give each other the tapes the next day. And we would just watch the other one the next day.
Right. Well, so there was a question in the room there. And I know I said save it till the end. But this was a gift.
That's not a wrestling question, though.
I know, yeah. So this was a gift to PKSA Port Huron, actually to Blue Water Championship Wrestling, and then it was given to me by PKSA. But this is Unforgiven pay-per-view chair from September 21st. I don't know what year it was. It was live at the Giant Center, and it's obviously...
That's the one where they had the Austin's team versus Eric Bischoff's team. Okay.
Yeah, Austin / Bischoff present Unforgiven. That's that chair. Now listen, Craig.
Austin had to be a little crybaby and go and tell Shawn Michaels he needed him. I remember that. It was one of my favorite things.
Craig, I could never compare to your chair collection. Craig, how many chairs you got? Put that in. Craig has so many chairs that it's insane. I have never met somebody that's got more wrestling stuff than Craig. I swear to God. Craig's down in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
He's got so much wrestling stuff, he has to rent a storage garage to put it in.
You know what? My wife would probably make me get a storage garage to put it into.
That's why when I bought this house, I made a deal with my wife. I said, look, you can have the rest of the house. You can decorate, do whatever you want. The basement and the garage, mine.
I don't blame you there.
Yeah, mine. Mine. But that was definitely it. You know what? That's different. Michael Weir. I feel weird saying that name. But usually he comes in as PKSA. Now he's coming under his personal name. Tony says, the Cowboy. Woohoo!
Going.
Hi, Miss Sherry. Nice to see you. Cheers. By the way, you donate $5, we do shots.
75 chairs.
75. All pay-per-view. Are they all pay-per-view or are they all just WWE event? Because some of them, because you can still take a chair if you get the first
They
three
do
rows.
the regular events now too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, that's
I didn't know that.
$500
I only knew they
dollars.
did the pay-per-view ones like that.
Yeah, it's insane, man. New phone. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You seen my wife today. Awesome. All right. So, moving on.
No, we got to go back. We didn't talk about what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, HBK?
That's right.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay.
Taylor's gonna
I
be
didn't
real mad at me.
I didn't watch Crown Jewel. All right. And the reason why is because I had to work last night. I usually don't work on Thursdays, but I did work last night. They asked me to come in because I'm a team player. Right? They asked me to come in. I came in, I worked, and I slept. And then I woke up and I just read the articles about what happened. So I wasn't really impressed with the card, to be truthful, just to be honest. That's just me being honest. I wasn't impressed. So I really didn't plan on watching even if I could. However, the nostalgia for The Undertaker returning wore off for me back
20 years ago?
well, more so like when Roman Reigns broke the streak at Brock Lesnar broke the streak. I thought that was that. It was
It
done.
should have been.
You know, I
It
thought
should
that
have
it was over. Then they come back, what was it, 2 years later? And he goes against Roman Reigns. It's my yard now. That really turned me off.
Best promo Roman Reigns ever did.
Well, I agree with that. I do agree with that. However, it just after that it really killed it, and then I can't do it, man. It's just you're killing a legend.
Okay, now see, for me, it had nothing to do with The Undertaker. This match had nothing to do with The Undertaker for me. It all had to do with Shawn Michaels. For 8.5 years, he stayed out of the ring, not doing anything. So for me, yeah, I'm going to watch it because it's Shawn Michaels. But I was very upset that he came out of retirement for this match. No matter what it was, 8.5 years he stayed away.
Yeah.
He really did not need to come back. After watching it, I do have to say that he still got it. He definitely still has it after 8.5 years of not doing it, but it's just, I don't think it's really worth it.
No.
No, if I was Shawn Michaels, no amount of money would be worth it to go in there, and he's, 53 years old now?
Mm-hmm.
One wrong fall, and he could have been paralyzed.
Yeah.
Period. And at his age, he doesn't need to risk that.
Here's, I agree with what Josh said. There was a post about it. He's 53. Nice, good stuff there. Josh said it best to me when he's like, "Look, I don't want to watch somebody that your heroes, your legends, these people that you look up to. I don't want them. I don't want that. Don't want that tarnished." And that's what happened with The Undertaker. Like after he lost to Brock Lesnar, after he lost to Roman Reigns. I could handle the Brock Lesnar thing.
No,
but
don't get me wrong, because it was really cool to sit there with Hunter, because this is the very first Shawn Michaels match that Hunter has watched live, because Shawn retired before he was born.
Yeah.
And he's always watching Shawn Michaels stuff on WWE Network and stuff, and he loves Shawn Michaels, he loves Triple H, but I just feel like he didn't need to do it.
Right. No, I get.
And don't get me wrong, there was a lot of crap stuff that went on that, but there were a few really good matches that even if you don't watch the whole show, watch Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. I mean, those guys never disappoint.
No. Dolph Ziggler is awesome.
The Miz and Jeff Hardy was very good. I very much enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Well, yes, that's exactly what I'm getting at, Beals, is because I don't want Shawn Michaels to be like Ric Flair. Because Ric Flair said, "Oh, I'm retired," and he come back, "Oh, I'm gonna retire again. I'm coming back. Oh, I'm gonna retire again." I don't want that. I wanted Shawn to say, "Okay, this was my last match," and don't get me wrong, the match he had the year before was better, but just walk away. Keep that.
Yeah. Well,
keep your word that you said that I will not come back.
The
and wrestle.
difference between that though is Ric Flair was broke. You know what I mean? He was broke. You know, and that's why.
That's
he did
very
what
true.
Yeah. So last weekend marked a huge day in the history of WWE. Notice what I said there, in WWE.
Yes.
Not in professional wrestling, as WWE would have you believe. But last week we had the Evolution all-women's pay-per-view. Great pay-per-view, I believe. I think that was probably one of the better pay-per-views that we've seen from WWE in a while. But it was the first ever all-women's pay-per-view for WWE. There's been several all-women pay-per-views in other organizations. Shine, Shimmer.
Well, those are all women organizations, period.
Right. Well, true, but it's
and Ring
still,
of Honor does Women of Honor, too.
Yeah, oh yeah. WOH, yes. So, nonetheless, it was a historic event for the Fed. One of the things I enjoyed with this was the Battle Royal.
Well, before you go on to that, I want to say that me and Hunter watched it. Hunter loves wrestling. He loves the girls. And I don't mean that he loves me, thinks they're hot or anything. He's 5 years old. Okay? He doesn't think like that yet. He watches these girls wrestle, and he sees that they're just as good as the guys. Okay? At least most of them. There's a few that I will say aren't, but I'm not going to get into that and be that guy. But this pay-per-view, I have to say, is one of the ones in most recent memory to me that I can say there wasn't a bad match on it.
No, I agree. It was. Now, I wasn't able to watch the entire pay-per-view. I had to end up listening to the last 3 matches because I had to work. But I did listen, like I was listening to football. The people at work were talking schmack at me about it, but it is what it is.
Okay.
But it was a great thing. I really enjoyed the ending of the Royal Rumble with Ember Moon and Nia Jax.
I think they dropped the ball on that one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
tell me why.
I say is Ember Moon hasn't done a whole lot since she got brought up from NXT, and imagine what it could have done for her if she was the girl to eliminate Nia Jax. And at the same token, if you were gonna have Nia Jax win the match, why didn't you keep Tamina in there and have it be the two of them at the end?
I get that.
They put so much around that, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah, there's a big build-up. There's something going on here because we got the build-up between Tamina and Nia. We got a match we know coming up at TLC. I think it is
Survivor Series.
No. TLC is going to be Ronda Rousey or the Women's Raw Champion versus Nia Jax. They announced that, which we'll talk about later. But then we also have the Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch at Survivor Series. But
I'm actually looking forward to that one.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you be? But we're finally starting to see some good storylines in the women's division, where before it was kind of vanilla. There wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think what works for the men is going to work for the women. You know what I mean? Because men and women are not the same. They don't do things the same.
Okay, I don't agree with that to a certain extent.
Well,
okay.
that you can do that.
I watched an interview, and this was a long time ago, with Trish Stratus, and it was from a match against Lita. Okay, and they didn't want to go out there and wrestle like girls. They wanted to go out there and wrestle like the guys.
Yeah.
And the producers had told them, no, we want you to go out there and we want you to wrestle like this. And they went out there and they wrestled the way they wanted to, and came back, and the producers was like, oh, okay, I guess you guys can do that. So I believe that the women can do what the men do.
I agree with that, but socially, think about this for a minute. Socially, we are not the same.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm getting at. When you're talking about storyline, a man and a woman, we don't do things the same. And that's what I'm getting at. We're now starting to see storylines that pertain more to, or that would interest more women in the industry.
I just don't want them to go. I agree with that, Mr. Weir, 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't want to see them go into the whole, oh, you touched my boyfriend, I'm going to beat you up now. I don't want those kind of storylines.
No.
Because that feels like we're just taking steps back.
Right.
The Becky Lynch Charlotte storyline, and I just want to say this to all people watching out there and everything, that story had me more interested than anything any of the guys were doing.
Fair enough. So we talked about that. So Mae Young, Tony Storm. We talked about it a little bit before when you
Oh my goodness.
Now you were saying, what was the young?
I haven't seen a whole lot of Tony Storm other than the Mae Young Classic last year and this year. So I haven't seen a whole lot of her matches. But my God, that girl, she's good.
Yeah.
For 21 years old, she is
22.
amazing. Is it 22?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is amazing talent.
Yeah.
Talented young girl.
I was fortunate
And
to see her live at Progress when I went to Progress.
I would not be surprised to see her on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown
Oh yeah, real soon.
soon. Yeah.
She's a great. I've been following her for a while. She's a great talent, and if you're not paying attention, you need to get paying attention like now, because Tony Storm is amazing. I'm a Tessa Blanchard guy. I think that she's $5. We got a drink. They probably, you know what took so long? They had to set up a PayPal account. Watch.
That's okay.
Well, you can donate if you have a credit card. You can donate if you have PayPal. You can donate. You can do whatever.
I take donations to PayPal too.
Here you go. Thank you. Ooh. Yeah. Woo. So that's $20 tonight. $20. I feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm working the corner. Shaking my ass or something. Oh, there's $1. Damn it.
You should get a little program that comes up that you have to donate $1 anytime you swear.
Yeah.
Or it recognizes the word for you.
There you go. There's $1. $1 in the Vader. By the way, this was donated by PKSA.
I'm actually quite surprised that Cody has had to donate more money than me because I have a mouth like a sailor.
And you haven't had many conversations with me then, huh? Oh boy. So yeah, definitely a good time. Where are we at? Over here?
We were Tony Storm.
There we go. So Sky Sports.
Whoa, hold on. Did you watch the whole thing, or did you go back and watch them, or did you just listen to them?
I watched. I didn't watch the first couple matches, and I watched like the middle part, and then I listened to the last 2 or 3.
Okay, I just feel that. Yes, I am. I feel that. Sorry, I was distracted by the chat there. I feel like the Becky Lynch and Charlotte should have been the main event. And I'm not saying that Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella didn't have a great match, because they did. It was probably one of the best matches I've ever seen Nikki Bella in. But I just feel with the story that was going into it that Becky and Charlotte just had more in the tank, more interest.
Breaking news. Sorry.
No,
WWE has announced that Triple H suffered a possible torn pectoral muscle at WWE Crown Jewel in the main event. He teamed with Shawn Michaels, blah, 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 blah. He's headed back to the United States from Saudi to undergo surgery. There's no word yet on if he will be rejoining the crew for the upcoming international tour, but we'll keep you updated. So,
it doesn't really matter, because the next match is going to be Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker.
don't do
Telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Don't do
I've
it.
been saying this since they did the Triple H Undertaker thing.
Don't do
I'm
it.
telling you. I know you're going to hate me right now, but that's what's going to happen.
So, Sky Sports recently spoke with WWE's talking about women, WWE's Stephanie McMahon, and during their interview, There Goes My Dog. Their interview with her, they spoke about women's tag titles for women. It's going to be awesome. Her response was, they're coming sooner than we think. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be awesome stuff. Let's see here. With all the talk of the women's evolution in professional wrestling, Pro Wrestling Illustrated released their list of the top 100 women's wrestlers. Ronda Rousey makes a number 1.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, but I will say this.
No.
I believe the entire list to be a sham because Tessa Blanchard isn't in the top 10.
It is. The whole thing is a sham, and I'm saying that as a wrestler, anybody can put their name and send it in, and if they want to, they put it in there. You just send in your name and what accomplishments you had in the year. Like with the great accomplishments I've had this year, I could send it in, and I bet you I'd be in there, and I'd be in the top 500.
There you go.
No doubt about it. But am I going to do it? No.
Right.
Because it's not worth it.
That's not the way you do things, right? Jericho's Cruise was a happening thing. Everybody wanted to go. I wanted to be there. Oh, my goodness. Here we go again.
Is this 2 shots?
Oh, my goodness. That's 2. Who is the real G? That's Garrett. That's my boy. What's up, Garrett? How you doing? G-Smash. What's up, dude? We're going to do 2 shots for Garrett tonight.
Oh, Josh got jokes.
G-Smash in the house. G-Smash in the house.
Hey, speaking of Shauna Reed,
Where we talk about her?
he brought her up.
Hell,
Speaking of Shauna Reed,
Oh.
is she going to be in the tag team tournament? It just says 5MW.
You never know. Cheers.
Better do 2 of them, right?
Yep. I'm chasing Jack with Jack. We ready? What are you reading?
Reading on.
Shots and more shots and more shots. I justify this purchase entirely. Listen to this stuff. Cheers.
What do you pay for that?
What? $33.
It's not worth it.
Worth it to me. All right, so back to the show. If I can read now, hold on. Speaking of Jericho's, or wait, Jericho's cruise. What's happening? It was a happening thing, but something special occurred on the cruise. A couple by the name of Shaluna and Stefan. That sounds like, you know. But we're married.
Isn't that who Steve Urkel turned into?
Yes, it is. Yes, you are absolutely correct. We're married in the ring and by Chris Jericho. So not only were they married, but Chris Jericho officiated the wedding.
Shoot, take my money.
Take my money. I love you, Mrs. Weir. I really do. But if Chris Jericho offered to marry me, I would take it. I would take it.
So you'd marry Chris Jericho?
Oh, I'd marry Chris Jericho in a heartbeat. In a minute. I'd be married by him, too. But speaking of Jericho, there's been many rumors circulating that him and JR may be starting a new promotion. Both JR and Jericho said this is untrue. Could this be BS? Who knows?
Well, knowing it's JR and Chris Jericho, they know how to work people. So it's very possible.
Yeah, but I'm definitely ready for a new promotion. I don't know about you.
Hey, somewhere else to work. That's all I care about.
That's awesome. I don't even... What did you hear? Cody, did you just call me a dollar word? I heard that. What did I call? Who? What?
I must not have heard it. What did he say?
Yeah, what did I say? Because I don't remember.
You can't type it in there, I know, because I accidentally put a swear word in there the last time I watched and it wouldn't put my message.
Well, I think I turned all that stuff off, so I don't know. But WWE and the SAP Center in San Jose have announced three matches for the TLC pay-per-view, and this is what I was telling you about. On December 16th, Seth Rollins will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Dean Ambrose. Braun Strowman will take on Drew McIntyre.
My money's on Drew.
$20. And the Raw Women's Champ, who is currently Ronda Rousey will take on Nia Jax.
All he needs is to hit that kick. He hit that kick and took him out.
I guess
Yes,
I said...
we did.
What did we say?
We did. Oh, I was answering her question.
Oh, okay.
Sherry's question.
I don't know. They're talking smack in there. Of course, like any card in professional wrestling, the card is subject to change.
Did you really say that?
I don't remember. If I said it, I didn't even. It just came out naturally. It was El Natural. Because you know how Cody does things, right? So we've talked about, well, on the show at least, we've talked about Austin Aries and the finish for Bound for Glory, where he got up out of the ring and flipped everybody off, yada, yada, yada.
You mean when he no-sold everything and stood up and walked out?
Yeah, that one. So
Yeah. I hate that guy so much
reports
now.
are coming out that Impact is still looking to work with Aries.
Why?
Well, I say money. I don't know about you, but me, I'm like, hey, that's
Okay,
money.
I get the money, but there's a professionalism side of it too.
Speak.
You just put over this guy to become the new champion, and then you just stand up and walk out like nothing happened to you. So what you're saying is you're just gonna lay down for anybody.
Well, I guess.
You know what I mean? I don't like it.
Well,
I don't like it. And I know Beals was in here talking about how Triple H is Mr. Ego or whatever. This guy has an ego bigger than freaking Great Khali is.
You know, so I listened to Jerry. He was on Jericho's podcast like 3 days before Bound for Glory, and I listened to it, and I didn't get any of what's going on here from that interview. I don't understand. Like, I think personally, I think this is all. I think this is
work.
Yeah, but I don't want to say that. But
I'll say it for you. It's a work.
I think it's all a work. I really do. I think it's all a way to create controversy, because controversy creates cash.
It does, but at the same time, I know it's gonna make a lot of people mad.
Yeah, I definitely I agree, and I think, but so this portion of the fan base is mad. This portion of the fan base is like, woo. This portion of the fan base is kind of like on the fence. But the one thing, all three of them are talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's exactly what they want.
But do they really need that? Do they really need these people over here to say, I'm not watching anymore? Because that's a third of your fan base that's watching, and now you're losing it. Impact is already having enough trouble right now as it is.
You know, I guess
And
we'll
I
have
hate
to
to say
find
that
out.
because Impact has some great talent on their shows. So I'd hate to see people just stop watching it.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's a. Well, you can't see that here. Let's go to this one. I haven't even drank that much, so whatever. It's all an act. It's a work.
It's a work.
It's a work.
It's a work.
But
Exactly. That portion of the fan base went wee all the way.
well,
home.
and I mean with the,
And it hurts. It hurts because now guys like I'm sure Josh probably likes Congo Kong. He works for Impact.
Mhm.
So now I'm not gonna watch because they're doing this stupid crap. There goes all of Kong's followers. There goes Hakeem Zane's followers. All that stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. I really I don't know. I like it. That's just me though. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Not
So-
everybody's gonna agree on everything.
No,
so.
that's true. So
Oh God, you're really gonna talk about this?
yeah.
I thought this was a joke when you sent it to me.
No, this is truth. So we're
Is that
at
supposed
the
to be
end.
Blackman?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
forgot a K. You forgot a K. Were you drinking when you wrote
No.
this?
No, I was not. I was sober as a jaybird. But anyways, a bit of history. We're at the end of All the Rage, so get your legit wrestling questions for me, myself, or both of us, whatever. This guy over here, you can ask him questions too. He matters too. But a bit of history for the end of All the Rage. 20 years ago today, WWE introduced the Hardcore Championship. It was given as a gift to Mankind by Vince McMahon. When the title was captured by Crash Holly, the 24/7 rule was introduced. This meant that the title had to be defended at all times against any opponent. Steve Blackman spent the most time as champ at a total of 172 days. But Sean Stasiak won the title more.
But how many times did he win it?
15! 15 times! He never held the title for more than one day, though. Never for more than one day. The title was retired in August of 2002 on Raw. There were a total of 240 title reigns, and with a total of 52 superstars winning the title.
The biggest thing, it really wasn't though, Josh. I mean, I'm not trying to just disagree with you, but the title started out as something that was cool because ECW was doing the hardcore rules in every match. But when they did the 24/7 rules, they turned the hardcore title into a joke.
I guess.
That's my thing. If they wouldn't have done the 24/7 rule and they could have kept it a legitimate title, it would have meant more, in my opinion.
I suppose.
But with that 24/7 rule, it's such a joke because they, oh my God, it was funny. I will give you that. But the playground one with the ball pit, I can't even think about where they were at. With Crash Holly climbing up the rope and dropping an elbow on somebody in the ball pit, and it's
fun.
Ridiculous.
Oh, ridiculous.
They made it a joke. That's all. I just didn't like it.
All right, get your legit wrestling questions ready because we're at the end of the show and it is time. It is time. It is time.
Yes, they were.
Here we go. So you can ask me, you can ask him, you can ask both of us. It doesn't matter. Legit wrestling questions after this. I should not operate computers while under the influence.
You should have The Rock on there talking on the microphone with the legit wrestling questions coming out like a thought bubble, like a comic book.
There you go. I like
you can do
that.
the eyebrow. I can do the eyebrow. I just do it with the wrong eye.
Oh, Lord. All right, so we're at the end of the show. We got some... Oh, here we go. BRD, tell us your favorite WWE match ever.
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. The match was absolutely perfect. Everything about it.
How did I know you were going to say it was going to have something to do with HBK? I knew it. I knew it.
You know, I have a lot of people always tell me, oh, my favorite Shawn Michaels match was the Iron Man match with Bret Hart. And that match was good, but the match with The Undertaker was a perfect match. Everything went the way they wanted it to.
Yeah.
It was what it needed to be. It was great. I will always say that's my favorite match of all time until someone can do something better.
So who is someone newer to WWE that you think will end up being the next legacy?
What do you mean by newer? How many years?
Ooh. So I'm just going to go ahead and forego all the BS and say Kevin Owens is going to be the man.
Oh, so you're going with that way.
Right, yeah.
So,
whatever.
Like the last 5 years, can we say that's newer?
Yeah, go there.
Okay, I'm going to say Seth Rollins. The guy consistently goes out there and puts on great match after great match after great match.
I would definitely, I would agree with that. Yeah.
And he also is very smart. Like, he,
She said less than 5 now. Of course, after you go 5 years, she said less than 5. She's got to be difficult. That's how it is.
that typical woman.
You're in so much trouble now. Seth Rollins is the man. I agree. I'm a big on Kevin Owens.
The power bomb deal in the corner, and he hurt a couple of people with it. He stopped doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He messed up his knee from doing the flip over to get the power bomb, and he started working smarter to not hurt his knee. Unlike somebody, Daniel Bryan, who wanted to continue doing what he did until WWE stopped him from wrestling. It wasn't until he was told, no, you can't wrestle, before he wanted to change his stuff up.
Gotcha.
You know, he was smart and made the changes himself because he wanted to last.
All right, so let's see. If you see a wrestler outside of a wrestling situation, what is the proper protocol? Like, say you see a wrestler you like at KFC on 24th Street. Is this like...
Actually, I want to give you a lot of props there, Josh, for not coming over there and bugging me while I was eating dinner with my family. That was very, I don't know what that... Very polite of you to not do that.
There you go. That's a good one.
I really did like that. I feel if you see the wrestler and they're on their own, yeah, go up to them, talk to them, whatnot. But if you see them with their family, kind of let them have their family time, because a lot of wrestlers, we're on the road a lot, and we don't get that family time very often.
Good advice from a wrestler. Good advice from somebody that's in the business and knows exactly what to tell you. So it looks like we're getting towards the end of the legit wrestling questions.
Really? Nobody's got any questions?
Well, you know, it is what it is. But so, again, guys, remember, down in the description, or you can go to the website, RasslinRage.com. Off on the website to the right-hand side, you go there, and you can see, like, little images.
Your chat's off. This one comes through before yours.
Oh, yeah, but, well, this is going, yeah, it is. So, anyways, you can do that. You can go to RasslinRage.com, or you can scroll down in the description. You can go to ProWrestlingTees.com/RasslinRage. You can buy a T-shirt for Rasslin Rage. I'm working on getting a new T-shirt. Give me time. I got to get a new song. I get all kinds of new stuff because it's a new show, new things.
Shawn Michaels.
What made you want to be a wrestler? Shawn Michaels, he says.
I actually was 4 years old. My mom was a huge wrestling fan, and the first match that I can honestly remember watching, I don't even remember who they were wrestling, but it was the Rockers. And ever since then, just been a Shawn Michaels fan.
I was a huge Rockers fan when I was a kid. Huge Rockers fan. I got the Hasbro Rockers sitting up there. As a matter of fact, your son now has the Hasbro Rockers collection. So,
oh my God, he has so much. It's unreal.
Well, it's all good though. You know what though? You know what I tell you? You know what I say is you know, if your kids like wrestling and they can spend money on wrestling, at least they're spending money on that, and rather than other stuff.
I agree 100%.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I grew up and I did some bad stuff.
Hunter has a thing. He goes to his grandma's house every Friday. They go to a store and he gets a wrestling action figure or wrestling something.
Sweet.
That's his thing. But he only gets to go if he's been good all week at school.
Well, there you go. So. That's good. That's the way you got to do it, though.
Yep.
Tony wants to know who was Cowboy's toughest opponent, and also who would you most like to rematch?
The rematch would be Cyrus, but we already talked about that earlier. I don't know if you guys were in or not.
Yeah, you can go back to the replay on that.
My toughest opponent.
Uh-oh. We got thought process. Things that make you go, While he's thinking...
Alex Weir. Because it's you know, I can go out there and I can wrestle anybody if I ain't ever wrestled before, but me and Alex have fought each other so many times, and we always go out there and we hit each other harder than we will anybody else. And it's that thing of, you know, two brothers fighting type of thing, because we came up together, and it's just that thing of we just want to beat the heck out of each other.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what brothers do.
Yeah.
You know, I got a couple brothers. I know how they go. I got a little sister. My sister and I would go a couple rounds too, you know.
And I'd like to point out that me and Alex Weir have never had a hardcore match. And he'd still be my toughest opponent.
Well, we need to get a Blue Water Championship Wrestling executive in here, and we need to book that, like, now.
Alex won't do it. He's too scared.
Oh! Challenge! Challenge, Alex. You better get on this. You're being called out, buddy. All right, so, anyways, you know, again, you can go to ProWrestlingTees.com/RasslinRage. Don't you have some T-shirts available, too, online?
Yeah, cheapshopmerch.com. I'll send you the link because I think it got changed again.
All right,
the girl does a great job with it, though.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be getting some other stuff coming in and stuff like that, so...
Right, so we're going to get... he's going to send me links for the Cheap Shop merch so you can buy a T-shirt. He's going to send me a link so that you can get a hold of this dude to make you a custom pop. You can get a Billy Ray or whoever you want. You can go scroll down to the description. You can go get your Rasslin Rage T-shirt. You can go to highspots.com. You can go to www.shop.com. You can buy all kinds of good stuff. You know, definitely, if you haven't already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Big thumbs up. And, you know, you can go onto your Facebook. You can go on Billy Ray Daniels. Search Billy Ray Daniels on Facebook. And you can like his page and get updated with any of the shows that he's coming up on. November 11th, correct? 10th. November 10th.
UCW. November 9th, I'm in Ohio. And November 11th, XICW Proving Ground.
There you go. So if you want to see what happens at Proving Ground, and if 101 Proof, right? 101 Proof advances to the finals, you can do that. And
you can see us advance to the finals, if.
Okay, well, you can see them advance to the finals, and check that out. Tickets are fairly reasonable prices, and it's at a bar, right?
If I'm not mistaken, they're like $12 or $13 for a front row ticket.
Definitely.
They do have tables, like VIP table things. I don't know what those run. You'd have to go to the XICW Facebook page and look that up.
XICW.info, I believe that is, if you do that. So, thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank you, Mr. Billy Ray.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Very good, Billy Ray. And if you haven't checked out the interview that we did with Billy Ray before Fatal Error when his Blue Water Street fight, please do that. I'm going to put a card somewhere, and you can check that out. And, you know, definitely give this a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Rasslin Rage, because we're awesome, and we're going to try to do our best to get a new guest host every week. I know that I forget the day. I have to look at my phone, but I have weaponized Alex Weir and the ring announcer for Blue Water Championship Wrestling, his father, Michael Weir, coming on towards the end of the month, this month. And then I'm also working on have Justin Main come on. We just got to get our schedules all lined up because he's a busy, busy man. And then, you know, I'm also looking at having my man out there, the man with the golf bag, Mr. Josh Harper, coming on to the show.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Isn't it going to be? Yeah, definitely come on and have a good time. All right, guys, so listen up. Definitely give us a thumbs up.
Make sure when you got Alex Weir on here, you ask him why he's scared of hardcore matches.
Ooh, man, there's a lot of bullets being flown through.
Hey, I'm not saying that he wouldn't be open to fighting me in a regular match. It's the hardcore match he doesn't want to do. And it's not just with me. He says all the time that I don't want to do hardcore match. I don't want to do them. I don't know what it is.
No, you got to do a hardcore match.
His face is not that pretty.
Oh! Wow!
Not as pretty as he thinks it is.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Hardcore match. Billy Ray Daniels, Alex Weir. Make it happen. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. R2YouTube.com. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Check you later. Make sure you check out Billy Ray Daniels. We'll see you next week.
Oh, my God. I got to pee. I was